Today is a day of celebration, and we at DocTutorials at DTLC Center, we are very proud of each one of them.
This is a moment of celebration. There is a 3 reading rule you need to understand.
So while listening to the class, it wasn't boring, it was actually like I was memorizing additional points.
Shavia gave me a really good boost in my preparation.
I joined face-to-face classes in DocTutorials.
Those face-to-face classes became like a vision to me. One of the best things I liked about DTLC is the gap between subjects.
Ideology was always fun for me to learn.
Whatever your GD score was, don't care about it and use it as a revision tool.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining today. Today is a day of celebration for all our achievers, and this is the time when we actually celebrate students who had come down with their dreams, with their aspirations, but worked in, who had given the sacrifice, who had believed in their dreams, worked through this process and have achieved it today. And we at DocTutorials at DTLC Center, we are very proud of each one of them. And we want them to make you understand that if you don't look for excuses, if you look for commitment, if you look for discipline and strategy, things can be achieved. So this is the time we are celebrating their success, and we'll have a small interaction with each of the achievers. You can ask your individual queries also, how they prepared, what are the things they used to get this done. And we are happy to have Dr. Sandeep Sharma sir also with us. He'll be interacting with all of you also. And I think the whole idea here is to see, once NEET PG is done, we are not just completing an exam. This is a high stakes exam which is shaping the future leaders of medicine, right? So future leaders of healthcare. The skills, the knowledge, the decisions they make are going to change lives. The specialization that they get into is going to define the direction of medicine that is going to be practiced in a large amount of parts of the country. So I hope that all our achievers will make us proud as they go through. So we'll keep this event more of a guidance sessions for the future aspirants also. We'll also understand their journey, and we'll also look into how DocTutorials can facilitate, has been useful for all of them. And Sandeep sir, your opening comments.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Sandeep. I'm your pediatric faculty at DocTutorials. Some of the students had joined earlier. I had taken the opening class, and 2 months later, I'll be coming again for your pediatric class for 4 days. As sir rightly said, this is a moment of celebration. The reason, now let me bite the hard bullet. Some of you might be thinking, sir, instead of the radiology class, why are we sitting here and why are we listening to all this? There is a need for everything. You need to understand one thing. Yes, academics are important and academics will not be compromised. But this is one occasion where these very people who are the rankers, they are the same people who were sitting in your place thinking the same thing last year, that ye kab khatam hoga and when we would start reading and why are we supposed to listen. They listened. They are the rankers. You will be listening. You will be doing better. I think you will be doing even better, and I do wish that you do even better in the coming years. It's not just about the battle. It's also about knowing how to play in the battle. One thing is academics. Second thing is MCQ practice. Third is right strategy. Fourth is mentorship. And at DocTutorials, we believe that we should not only be giving you the classes, the academic material, but we should also give you some motivation, some mentorship at the right time. And somebody who has just cracked the exam, there is nobody better than him or her to give you a glimpse into what were the mistakes made by them, what were the right things done by them, and how you can do better than them in the coming years. We will not bore you beyond the point. Sir has to take a class. I also have to take a class at some of the place. So we will keep it very short, roughly about 2 hours or so. In this entire 2-hour period, we'll be talking about some strategies. We'll be taking topper interviews, and we'll be telling you do's and don'ts. So even if you sleep off, it's okay. You can sleep off in the class. We'll not wake you up. Wherever you join in, wherever you wake up, Who knows, the point you hear may make a difference in your exam. The first thing I want to tell you is, the lot of students when they start preparing for NEET PG 26, the immediate thing that comes to their mind is, sir, when would the exam be held? See, nobody knows. I doubt even National Board of Examination knows when the exam will be there, right? But we have to assume a date, because otherwise human mind doesn't start working. So we have to assume that by March or April, exam would be held. And our courses have been designed in such a way that your classes will be over much before that. Then about preparing and revision. Whenever you are reading something, you always have that idea that, okay, I am understanding well. But when 2 months have passed, you would realize that the subject I had read 2 months back, I am not able to recall that. And then you start getting FOMO. Ki, sir, I had read radiology, I had read the ENT once upon a time, but I have forgotten. When to read that? You need to understand that the first reading is the most important thing. First reading will never give you confidence, but first reading will always be the base of your preparation. There is a 3 reading rule you need to understand. You can Google it also later. 3 reading rule says, for any competitive exam or for any active strong recall to happen, the same thing has to be read 3 times. 3 times does not mean you read radiology today, then you read again the same thing tomorrow. Gaps between them should be there. So the first reading should be done. That reading will only tell you that, okay, this is what CT is, this is what MRI is, this is what neonatology is, this is what neonatal jaundice is. You will understand, but you will remember nothing. Second reading will take lesser time, it will take 50% less time, and that is the time where easy questions will start getting solved. Still 2 options you will get stuck. So somebody says, sir, I am solving question, 2 options are getting stuck, you are 1 revision short. Do the third reading. Even if the third reading is maybe half a day for radiology, half a day for pediatrics, 1 day for medicine, you would find it works like a magic and your score will start rising dramatically. So whenever you are feeling ki, okay, I'm reading but forgetting everything, it's okay. The first reading is always the toughest. First reading is meant for understanding the basics, and these basics are going in your neurons. Trust your neurons. You're all MBBS doctors. You have reached till this space, right? I was listening to a podcast. These days everyone is a podcaster. But if you look open social media, sometimes good podcasts are also there. So there was a financier, he's a popular financial advisor. He was sitting and he was talking about, he's a billionaire now, and he was saying the same thing. He said, making the first million is always the toughest. Once you have $1 million in your account, the subsequent millions get easier. It is the same thing when you are preparing. When you make the first million means the first reading, the first time when you start preparing, the first finishing of 19 subject is the toughest. The more readings you start doing, you start understanding how MCQs are being asked, you start understanding the finer nuances, and your score starts rising. And my advice would be, first of all, finish all 19 subjects. Between the subjects, whenever you get time, you have to create time, start solving MCQs. MCQs, you have a DocTutorials QBank provided to you. If you are running short on time, start with PYQs. After PYQ, shift to custom module and start incorporating the clinical questions also. Again, there is no such thing as perfect thing. One common query every student has. Sir, class is from 9 AM to 7 PM. By the time I reach and have my dinner, it is already 9:30, 10. Then I have to come to the class again. When do I start reading? What mistake you do? I'm telling you, first of all, the mistake you do. You finish radiology class from 9 to 7. Then you take 30 minutes, chatting with your friends, talking about how tough the day was, how radiology is not that easy. Sir is good, but now you are doubting whether you should become a radiologist or not. Then we all go through these phases. Then 1 hour you will waste roaming around, having some food. Then 10 o'clock you will sit. When you will sit, the mistake you do is, you will again open page number 1 of radiology and start reading. What will happen? Sir took 10 hours to teach that. Even if you go very fast, it will take minimum 3 to 4 hours for you to cover all that again. And by this time, it is already 3 AM and it is time for you to sleep off. Where are the MCQs? Second way, let us go into alternate universe. Class is over at 7. 8:39 you are done with your dinner and ranting with your friends, family and colleagues. Then you sit down. Now what you do is 10 hours of the theory has already been done. It is already there in your mind. Now you open the relevant parts of QBank or PYQs and start solving them. Say you pick up 40 questions. 40 questions you solve. You can solve in about 1 hour. Then you see how many went right. Then you see how many went wrong. The ones which went wrong, you bookmark them. And then all those topics you see from the notes. It will take less time. It will make sure your MCQs are done. And because those questions got wrong and you are seeing the theory which sir has taught in the day, now you will never get it wrong again. You start doing it slowly, you will find that you are finding that balance between theory and MCQ. Running ahead and leaving behind, that feeling has reduced a bit, and everything will start to make more sense. Again, there are many kinds of people. It works for a few, it doesn't work for many. So it is one way which has worked for some of the students. So you can always try it out. But my advice is, if you only read theory in the day and then going back again you read theory in the day, it is all theory, there is no MCQ. And when it comes to MCQs later, then too many MCQs will always create that imbalance in your preparation. So this is one advice from my end. It has worked for some. You can try if it works. If it doesn't work, it's okay. We try so many things in life. And if you have to try something like this, do it before October end or November. Because after that, then the things will start to get serious. When only 6 months or less than 6 months are left, it is very tough for you to do new things. And whenever you have a difficulty in a particular subject or planning a particular subject you don't like, add DocTutorials. You are all members of the WhatsApp groups. We are all connected with you. Drop us a message. And I would say, on behalf of all faculty, spam us till we reply you back. Spam us till we reply you back. You will get a definite answer. Right? And what again, another thing about the rule of shortcuts. Sir, I don't like a particular subject. Should I start doing only quick revision program or rapid revision of that subject? This is one trap you should avoid. This is one trap for many people. I'll give another example without taking any names. There is a girl, I know her personally, she's a family friend and I've been connected with her for 4 years now. She's a brilliant girl. You know, she got a President's Medal also for those people who get 100 in their 10th and 12th, those kind of a girl. So she was, and she doesn't call me sir or doctor, she calls me bhaiya because, you know, she's related to me through family friends. When she was preparing, she's a real person by the way, she has got a rank of somewhere around 3000 something in this NEET PG. She was happy with that rank. I knew that it was not according to the caliber that girl has, but again, I congratulated her and she said she wants to be a pediatrician, so give me guidance. I gave her the guidance and everything. But back of the mind, her brother, who's my friend, he talked to me and he said, I'm not happy. Should she take a drop? I said, no, she should not take a drop. Because she's happy with her rank, she's getting a branch of choice. And getting a branch of choice is very important. So, but then he said, but why did, then I asked him about the preparation that girl did. She had taken DocTutorials quick revision program. She was not a full-time student. She had taken quick revision program of DocTutorials and QBank. She had taken another app, a popular platform. I will not take the name. But she was not able to finish even 40% videos because it is very difficult during internship, right? Most of you are in the same boat, you would know. Recorded videos, 200 hours, impossible to do. So she did it only patchy preparation. Then when it came to subjects like ophthalmology, PSM and physiology, she was not apparently good in those subjects. She skipped the regular video, she skipped the quick revision program, everything, and she stuck to only a revision, small revision program, right? There are some very small revision programs which are only, you know, meant to teach you the one-liners on those subjects. And when she sat in the exam and when I had a candid talk with her, these 3 subjects were the ones which took her score down. It was not much of a difference. It was only about 4 or 5 questions. 4 or 5 questions correct, probably she would have been in top 100 or top 200. The good thing in her case is she got a branch of her choice. But the bad thing, which even her parents acknowledge, her brother acknowledges, her brother is a doctor, he's a surgeon. I'm not taking names because then it becomes very tricky. But it's a real life incident. What it shows is, if you are only doing revision programs and thinking that one subject of mine will compensate for the missing subject, you are playing with fire. She was a brilliant girl, she was able to do it. Maybe you would not be able to do. Finishing all 19 subjects is the most important thing. See, anesthesia will give you 2 or 3 questions, right? You might think, sir, 2-3 questions, I will do medicine so much. You can never do medicine so much that it can compensate for anesthesia. And I don't know how it works. If you do anesthesia, only 3 questions get asked. If you leave anesthesia, 7 questions will get asked in the exam. Has it happened with you in MBBS? You leave something, it gets asked in the exam. So don't play with fire. At the same time, if you do anesthesia and medicine of the same level, same amount of hours, then again it is problematic. So give according to weightage, and wherever you have doubt, trust the faculty. You may hate a subject, it's okay. Attend the class, make the notes somehow, and if that subject is becoming tricky for you, instead of leaving it totally, ask the faculty, sir or ma'am, what are the 10, 12, 15 things I have to do? Do those 10, 12, 15 things because you have already sat in the class and made notes yourself. Add QRP, add PYQs, you are good to go. These 2 or 3 examples I wanted to share with you, because don't make mistakes what others are making. More things are obviously your rankers will be telling you better. So, sir, anything to add?
Yeah.
So, I think we can start with the.
Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to have you all here. Special welcome to our very own Khalil sir and Sandeep sir. Now we will move on to the award distribution, post which we'll move to the discussion. I now call upon Dr. Shavia Lakshmi. Can we all keep the applause going on, because you know how hard you all work for this. Now we have Dr. Sushmita. Dr. Sai Manoj. Dr. Akhil Kumar. Dr. Hemnath Reddy. Dr. G. Prasanna. Sirisha. Dr. Lakshman. Thank you so much. We're all very, very proud of you for making time to be here. Can we have the award, sir? Dr. Sai Manoj. Dr. Akhil. Dr. Hemnath. Dr. Lakshman.
We'll start with Dr. Shavia. Shavia, please introduce yourself. How was this whole journey? Which college you have graduated from, and the entire journey with DocTutorials? And your rank?
Good morning, sir. So I'm Shavia and I got air 1352. I'm from GMC Suryapet. So it was my first attempt, like internship attempt. I had hardly 5 months, so I needed a good strategy. Even if I don't clear in this exam, I wanted a good start for the next exam. So initially I gave few GTs to just see where I'm lacking and which subjects should I focus on. So then I started with the rapid revision, so I will know exactly where to focus. So I did multiple times, so I'll remember the words exactly, and then I went on to starting from the subjects which I'm weak at, like microbiology and all. I did full videos of them. Then as I was watching the videos, I'm able to connect with the revision, and I focused more and I concentrated more throughout the session. And then I came to DocTutorials, and it was like 3 months face to face, and I made sure in the class only I will remember everything.
So you basically started with a revision video. That's a good strategy. Like starting with revision, then going on to do main videos, and finally, complementing it with the face-to-face class. How different was this learning experience? Like when you come to face-to-face classes, and what you have already done in the video lectures.
So it was like I already know the terms. So while listening to the class, it wasn't boring. It was actually like I was memorizing additional points, which I missed in the revision.
Okay. And how did you find the whole experience with the color workbooks? The whole did you use the workbooks
Yes,
and the exams here?
Yes, sir. It was very interesting and it kept me engaged throughout the session.
I think with internship, such an amazing rank. I think a big round of applause to Dr. Hemant. Hemant, please introduce yourself and which college you are from, and also Dr. Hemant, how has DocTutorials helped you in this journey?
Good afternoon, my name is Himni. I studied in Chikmagalur Pondicherry. My all India rank is 2330 and this is my internship attempt. I'm from 2019 batch. My internship got ended in Jan 31st. Then only I started my preparation. I did one revision videos. I completed my revision videos. Then I came across DTLC CPR, and it was then that I got to know about the competition. Like I was just reading for normally. Like my main target was November INSET, but when I came here, I saw the number of people preparing for it. Then I left my social media. CPR gave me a really good boost in my preparation because I didn't know where to focus much, which topics will be asked or which topics will not be asked. Then after CPR got over, I did PYQs and I gave my November INI. I got some 3000 rank. Then I got to know I stand somewhere I had a good base. So I integrated my CPR points. That was very good books. So much images. I have never seen those images in any other books. Integrated that with my revision base. Did MCQs daily, and the postponement gave me a good option to target for NEET also because I wanted to stay in my hometown this time, not going somewhere far. So I did solid 8 to 9 hours daily. I revised at home only, and I had a good support from both my parents. Then on the exam day, I think the exam day matters the most because my friends also used to study with me, but they were so anxious during the exam. And on the exam day, I was like, okay, I'll get whatever I get. My parents supported me, and I always thought I'll have one more attempt at November INA also. So I gave it very freely, and I got a very good rank.
Hi, Sushmita.
Hi, sir.
Sushmita, can you please tell about your AIR, what place you belong to, and how was your journey? How did DocTutorials help you? So a brief glimpse, if you would.
Good morning, sir. My name is Sushmita. I'm from Mahabubnagar. I graduated from SVS Medical College, Mahabubnagar. During my internship attempt, I did not prepare that much. I got around 60,000. During that time, I decided to give nice attempt this time. And I joined face-to-face classes in DocTutorials. My AR now is 3,000.
Good, nice. Good improvement. I think from 60,000 to 3,000. Awesome. So, if I could ask you, Dr. Sushmita, what was the mistake you were doing last time? As you said, the preparation was not good. And how did you work upon it? And how did DocTutorials help you in that?
Workbooks, sir. And GT, sir. The GTs, video explanations in GTs are very useful. We can review in 3 hours itself.
Okay, nice. So basically GTs are very, very important, and not giving GTs is another area where students, all the future aspirants, you have to be careful about. Nobody likes giving GT, but because GT is like a rude wake-up call, but we eventually have to bite the bullet someday. So Dr. Sushmita, did you use the reading room here as well?
I use it simply.
Okay.
The environment is nice here. Everyone reading around you will give extra push. You should also read.
Thank you. Then thank you so much, Sushmita. What are you planning to take visit? What is the plan?
General medicine.
General medicine. Okay. So Dr. Sai Manoj.
My name is Sai Manoj. I am from Kamini LB Nagar. My internship rank was around 80,000. So I didn't prepare very well. Actually, I started watching videos from third year. I have to manual subscription, watch it from third year only. So I just gave an attempt. It was not good. So I was thinking that revision was not very good. So I joined DocTutorials face-to-face classes. And after that, it became like already I have watched the videos, so those face-to-face classes became like division to me. So after listening on to the classes, I started directly giving grad tests. So whenever I was started giving grad tests, there were so many silly mistakes which were done by me. Felt very disappointed with the scores also. So actually when I was reviewing the grad test mainly, so I was seeing this 19 subjects. So I focused mainly on my weak subjects, which are community medicine, forensic medicine, and microbiology. So previously when I was giving initial grad test, it wasn't even 50%. When 20 questions were there, I used to answer only 9-8 questions correctly. Even in community medicine, not even 30% I used to get correct. So what was I focused mainly on weak subjects, and in the final year exam when I gave, nearly around from community medicine 20 questions were there. I got 70 questions correct and only 3 questions wrong, and in microbiology only 1 question came wrong. So I focused mainly on my weaker ones, and stronger ones I also revised, but focused more. I did focus more on weak subjects, which helped me a lot. And I focused mainly on practice rather than just learning. Nearly I have gained 60 to 70 grad tests, so that really helped me a lot. Reviewing GTs did help me a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sai. I think GT again is the point being emphasized here. GT and then reviewing the GT, because only when you review you understand where you are going wrong. So working upon that. So next I think Prasanna. Prasanna? No. Okay, she's Prasanna. So Dr. Prasanna, congratulations. First of all, what is it your first attempt or you have appeared previously? And secondly, what place you belong to? And how was DT DocTutorials useful for you?
Thank you, sir. My name is G. Prasanna. I'm from Kamini, Narketpalli. This is not my first attempt. I've attended 1 year of regular face-to-face classes. After my internship, the first attempt I gave, I got a rank of 89,000. Now this attempt, I got a rank of 12,140. So DTLC regular classes have really helped me. Like the first time I've heard of it, it was because of the one and a half month revision program last year conducted by face-to-face year. That was when I came here. Then I was like, all the faculties are nice. I could understand it. I was able to understand it and follow through the regular notes. And then I joined here as a regular class. One of the best thing I liked about DTLC is the gap between subjects, which helped me even if I'm like tired after the regular class. There were like 4 days for some subjects. It's big subjects. Like at that time we think like, oh, why is the class not getting early? All other institutes are getting early. Ours compared to others, it was a 1 month late, but that was the thing which helped me the most because I was able to read immediately after the subject and it helped me retain much more comparatively. Like the first read which you give is like became like an imprinted memory, and from second and third it was much easier for me when I was revising because I already remember instead of again second time like I don't remember, I have to rewatch the video again. That helped me the most, and also the reading room available, like it was really big, spacious. I think I utilized the most reading room. I came almost every day for the reading room till the exam date. Thank you.
I am Sirisha. I'm from Kamini, Narketpalli. My internship attempt rank was 90,000, around 90,000, and I have dropped here. And I have studied in DTLC in offline batch. I have secured 13K rank. Radiology was always fun for me to learn. So, sir will teach you in a very easy manner. And surgery is very, it's like a blessing to learn from Raja Mahindran sir, to be sitting in a place where he teaches you, and ops will be very good to learn something from Gayatri ma'am. I think she's incredible. She makes things very easy, and it makes you be very confident. I think there will be times when you'll have very low times and very high times. Despite all that, listening to your sirs, they make you calm, gain the confidence any day, and it's okay to take the break for 1 or 2 days and then restart it again.
Dr. Akhil, please introduce yourself and your views about DocTutorials.
First of all, good morning, sir. This is Akhil. I completed my MBBS in Kamini LB Nagar, and my internship rank was 62,000, and now my rank was 9,600. The main mistake I did was I started my preparation very late, sir, and I regret it to do it earlier. So I suggest everyone to start it earlier. And I attended CPR sessions, and which helped me a lot. While last 1 month of preparation, quickly going through the images and tables which are in like medicine and surgery, and it helped me a lot in my preparation, sir. And don't run away from GTs. Whatever the score it was, my first GT score was 70 out of 200 questions, and my final exam was 150 questions corrected, sir. And whatever your GT score were, don't care about it, and use it as a revision tool, and at least try to attempt 20-25 plus GTs. That's it, sir.
I think let us try to find out the faculty members and each one's favorite here among the achievers. We'll start with Dr. Shavia. Dr. Shavia, if you can select, I would say, we'll categorize into 3 parts: from a preclinical subject, from clinical subject, and the short subjects, like three names.
It is not mandatory. You can take more also if you want.
Biochemistry, Priyansh Jain sir, because I was very scared of biochemistry. And OBG, Gayatri ma'am, and radiology, Khalil sir.
That is not biased. And Dr. Hemant.
I attended CPR, and I think
Among that subjects also.
like, I really like those images. The way you taught both radio and drama. I've never seen those many images anywhere. Really helped me a lot, sir, because seeing an image and learning is way faster and way easier than reading some theory points. I like Rajamendran, sir. Like, I used to read his books in surgery.
Success, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And biochemistry, yeah, sir. Like, I was very weak in biochemistry. Like, I got negative marks in my first CTs, and I kept all correct in my NEET PG. So awesome. Thank you, sir.
My first favorite would be OBG Gayatri ma'am, because OBG was such a scary subject. I don't think I can ever read it on my own without Gayatri ma'am, that is for sure. Maybe it will be same for everyone. The next would be, I'll tell radiology, because I never knew the difference between how to differentiate like various forms of MRI, CT, USG. After SIRS class, I think SIR's class is something like after every 1 hour, even if you don't want to remember, you'll remember it. Sir itself will repeat it so many times that you can't even forget. It's like after 2-3 days, I was like, oh, I remember, like, sir was telling about it. And then biochemistry, all those chemicals, cycles. I think the first reason I liked biochemistry was because of the book. How colorful, like all other books are like notes, 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 notes. It is the only one where you have like images, colors, and also the wax papers. I don't know if it is interesting or not. Like the paper quality was the one thing which made me interested in biochemistry. It was kind of boring, so I was like, at least, oh, these are nice papers. I want to turn them fast and do that. And also, I think neonatology resuscitation, after Sandeep sir has told, it was very clear. First thing, the main part, like resuscitation in neonatology, it was very difficult for me to remember the step because you keep on missing up the heart rates and also what comes next, what next. The questions I was able to answer them. The other subjects, most favorite is like pathology. Pathology was one subject which came during my COVID, so I've never studied it until unless before exam. But after Vandana Ma'am's pathology, myself was shocked that I was able to identify the histopath images. Like those are just pink and blue before Vandana Ma'am's class, but after Vandana Ma'am class, it was like the best subject. Pathology became one of my strong subject even somehow.
Gayatri ma'am to mention. हाँ. Yes.
Will make anything into easy thing, and micro is something which is favorite from my college days. I think studying from Sonu Panwar sir, I think it will be very helpful. Sitting straight in the class for 4 or 5 days, to him, listening to him, learning from him, and you'll study all the things in class itself. Whenever I used to revise things, like the first subject which I used to open was micro, because it was my boosting something. It used to be some favorite subject because of Sonu Panwar sir.
Nice.
Next is forensic medicine. I don't know, but I like forensic science.
JP sir. JP sir has a very unique. I don't think anybody teaches forensic medicine like JP sir does. So, but when you sit in the exam, actually, I'll tell you, sir's voice echoes in your mind. It echoes in your mind. I'm telling you, it will. You may not be thinking right now, but it will happen when you sit in the exam. So yes, thank you. And can move over to yes.
For me, Vandana ma'am, sir, pathology. The quizzes ma'am conduct in WhatsApp groups are very useful, sir. Surgery, Mahindran, sir. And biochem, Priyan, sir.
Nice.
Sir, for me, psychiatry, Nadeem sir. Actually, he comes with a suitcase and coat. Nicely will sit. Classes will be very interesting. I mean, he shares every experience, his experience with his patients. It will be very interesting class. Really, I felt very nice his class. After that, medicine by Rahul Rajesh sir. The classes were very interesting. Really, I liked that subject. After that, radiology by Khalil sir. But most of that psychiatry class was very interesting.
Nadeem sir is always full of energy, na? Sir will be, and the only time I saw sir without a coat was in Goa. I could not recognize him for some time because he's always in coat, always wearing a tie and formals, na?
Yes,
So yes, sir has a flair of him. Great.
Thank you.
Sir, I attended CPR. So, general medicine, Rahul Rajesh sir, and radiology, Khalid sir, and general surgery, Raj Mahindran sir. It helped me a lot. Workbook helped me a lot, sir.
Yes, nice. So basically, at DocTutorials, what we all plan to do is we try to give you a mix of everything. We give you regular classes, we give you revision sessions, we give you GT, we give you QBank, we give you mentorship. End of the day, we have our favorites and not so favorites. And I think it comes down to the subject also. But end of the day, what's important is simple thing. If you just attend all 19 classes, you revise it 2 times, you finish all GTs, every 2 weeks you are giving one GT, your score is rising, you are thorough accurately with PYQs, there is no reason why you should not get selected. Eventually the rank will be decided by a group of factors, your individual brilliance, your IQ, how focused you have been in your MBBS days. That will also, past karma will never go away, that will always be there. And it will also come down to luck. 2 options you were stuck, whether you mark the correct option or not. But eventually, if you're honest with your preparation, I think you will definitely succeed. And at DT, we give you everything at one place, right? In case you have a issue, you can always reach out to us, and we are always there to help you out in different ways together. So I think it's lovely listening from the rankers, sir.
Yes, and important part of the preparation is your testing strategies. And at DocTutorials, every subject-wise test is there, and also we conduct RDX series. If any of the toppers have seen INS at RDX and NEET PG RDX, right? And the MIQ series, most important question series. I would want to get insights about the test series. How did you actually use the test series part? And any tips and strategies that you would like to share, especially of using test series for your preparation?
Dr. Shavia.
PYQs are very important, sir. And in DocTutorials, QBanks are very crisp and very clear. They weren't deviating from the actual NEET. So I felt they were very good.
And like how many GTs is required, you would say?
Before preparation is also required, and after preparation is also required. And 10 GTs before exam to correct yourself.
Any specific test series or comments that you would like to do?
RDX series are very important, sir. Before INISET.
And have you used QBank?
Yes,
Did
sir.
you complete? How was
The
it?
explanations are really, it does not give all nonsense explanation, it gives what matters.
Nice. And do you suggest doing only PYQs or the topic-wise QBank?
You should if you first complete previous year questions and then you can
plan to do more questions.
Sir, I did around 15 to 20 grand tests in DocTutorials. Questions I felt were very easy, sir, really. I was touching around 500, 550 to 560, but felt really the questions were very direct, and really I didn't felt any learning from those GTs because questions were very direct, and I didn't find any twisty also in those questions. So I think.
What was your experience with the RDX series and the special series? Have you tried anything? The mini test?
No, sir. I gave only grand tests. Okay. Because reviewing the grand test for me is more important for me, and I didn't. I think there should be some improvement in it.
Like after CPR, when before INI, I used the RDX series, and the questions Rahul sir gave in the WhatsApp also were very useful, sir. And he used to give a link which will direct to the app for that topic. That was also very useful.
The actually RDX series was one of my favorite series of question banks, sir, because it's like when the schedule came, I thought, okay, most of us we think that we are not yet completed with the subject. We'll do this series after once the subject is over. But then I thought, let's just give it. And afterwards, the YouTube session 1 hour given by the faculties, it was actually clear. Like even if you don't know the topic or you haven't done the subject, you're just doing like a how much base knowledge you have. You just have an idea about the topic or not. You just do the subject. Then I used to listen to that 1 hour or 1.5 hour YouTube session done. And those concepts, I think like they were apt because they were not going too deep. They were not being too shallow. The question, the topic, the explanation. That is sometimes more important for INISET because INISET they ask those topics. They're like sometimes fixed topics in INISET which they ask. And if you do those, I think few questions also got repeated. And also the PYQs, I think PYQs should be done after like regular test series because once you do the PYQs, you get a pseudo confidence like, oh, I know everything, I can do everything. That was something I felt. So I did PYQs in the last after like the second revision. Innocent RDX series was literally my one of my favorite series because I think I used it completely. Like even the YouTube sessions or once you're done, you can even ask doubts then and there in the YouTube session, live chat, comment also. And even the faculty used to explain it. So it was useful for me.
Like few subjects used to be very picky for me. Like I don't know from where to study, from what points to be remembered or what and what. So for me, PYQs were I used to see PYQ, then I used to go to the topic and see the lines what to study. Like practicing PYQ will definitely improve your rank, boost your confidence, and avoid your silly mistakes as many as possible.
If you are listening to all these comments carefully, there are some of the students who said that they first did PYQs, then they moved to the other ones. Then there are others who said, I did PYQs in the end. What is important is you pick one path. There are many ways of reaching the same destination, but you pick one path that, okay, this works for me, I will stick to it and I will do it 100%. If you just do it, you will get selected. What many people do is they start doing a particular way, then somebody says do like this, they start doing that way, then 1 month later they change the track. Don't change the track. If you, the end of the day, as I said, when 19 subjects end, you should have attended 19 subjects. You should have done MCQs, whether it is PYQ or subject wise or custom module, doesn't matter. You should have done MCQs related to them as much as time allows. One GT every 2 weeks, and then revision cycles. Revision cycles, you have RQRP program, you have CPR sessions, you have RDX series. All these are lesser and lesser in amount as the exams come to you. The only thing is just do them and keep up the cycle. You will get through. This is something all those who are attending the face-to-face classes need to keep in mind. So, sir, I think we are done with it. So, finally, just one word from each. One mistake that you made, which you could advise others not to make. So, we'll start from.
During initial days, I only gave JTs and I will not review. Some other day I'll review. I just leave them. That is a major mistake, sir. I should review from the starting day itself. Giving GTs from the initial days. For every 15 days, we should give during the initial phase. Then during the last month, for every week, you should give one GT. It will help a lot, sir.
What I felt is learning from the mistakes is more important than just learning new topics. So what I did is while giving the GTs, I just reviewed it. So just don't get offended by your low scores. Even my first grand test score was around 250 out of 800. So with practice, you can improve your scores. Just you need to review your mistakes, what you have done, and obviously in the final exam, if luck comes by your side, whatever the mistakes you have done in your past, it might you might just make sure that you don't do the same mistake again and again. That's what I say.
My mistake was not doing MCQs consistently. So make sure to do MCQs on daily basis, and as sir said, GT for every 2 weeks, sir.
So my mistake was not doing MCQs daily. Like I didn't do MCQs. I was just reading. But what would I would suggest if it is your off day also, just do MCQs for 1 hour, at least 50 or 100, whatever it is, because it keeps the flow. And if you are taking a break also, don't break the flow. Like study for half an hour or 1 hour, take the whole day off. You can take the off days, but it should not break the flow in which you are going to. And stick to your schedule. Like I used to change my schedule every now and then. Like whenever I did not finish subject or I did not like that subject, I used to change that subject to last. So it used to make a havoc of whatever I was preparing. So I suggest you to stick to the schedule, whatever you are doing.
I think about GT, everyone would have told like revise. But personally, one thing I would like to tell is like your GT score now you're getting will not be your main score. It was for me. Everyone might have got like less when you do the first, but I'll tell you my best was only 135 questions when I was writing GT. But in the final exam, I got 147 correct. So eventually, you'll get more marks in your main exam compared to your GT. So I just want you all to remember that because I used to beat myself up like, why am I not improving? Why am I not improving? You will get better marks in your final exam compared to your practice GTs.
And at DocTutorials, we have tried to see that the journey of NEET PG preparation for the students. The faculty team, one of the amazing faculty team from the country being brought together, the management, the entire support system at the library, at the classrooms that you have seen, and also the app access, the new recorded version. I think V5 version that we had done recently is one of the amazing, the new QRP that we have done, the amount of test series, the amount of effort that the team does. And also there is a constant mentorship in all the WhatsApp groups. You must have seen a lot of faculty members responding. There is some, the clinical subject, Rahul Rajiv sir does that. Rajiv Dhawan sir is so actively involved in, mentoring students. And Sandeep sir is, proactive in the, support for the students there. And throughout this part of DocTutorials, the whole idea is to see that the student gets what is needed and gets the right guidance and the right atmosphere and the ecosystem to get the exam done. I would want to hear from each of our achiever one good thing or one thing that remember about DTLC for them among all of these that we have they have experienced here. One word about DTLC or one thing that they find the best about DTLC.
Everything I could remember in the class itself, sir. So I really enjoyed everything.
Nice.
I didn't feel bored.
Nice. One best thing about DTLC.
QRP videos, sir. During the last phase, you can easily revise the concepts
Mainly the face-to-face classes and the notes which were given, sir. The notes were very short and concise, so I was able to revise it very.
Regular classes and also the reading room helped me a lot.
Reading room, yes.
Schedules were very good, like efficient time between the class and the gap.
Nice.
Starting with a favorite moment turned to be like a fan moment for every doc out of here. I'm sure you all will be very, that's why they're all the eminent doctors we keep having. That's how the nation is all towards you. Handing over to Chandana for a very fun-filled round now. To you.
A little fun thing with all of you. వాళ్ళు ఒకటే కాదు మీరందరూ ఉన్నారు, మీతో కూడా కొంచెం మాట్లాడాలి కదా. Any questions for our achievers? Sir, I think only if you come, they will answer.
I just want to know how many hours did you study in a day? And how did you divide your day? Like theory, MCQ, GTs or whatever it. How did you divide your day?
8 hours of focused study, and in between I used to do a lot of MCQs. So 8 to 10 hours of good focused study rather than just.
When I started, it was very low, like 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours. Then I gradually increased because I know I'll burn out if I start from 8 hours only. So I gradually increased and around 8 hours. And whenever I feel sleepy, I used to do MCQs or go watch with mom TV. So I used to sleep at particular time, like 11 o'clock, wake up at 7 o'clock. I never wanted to break that. And whenever I had a half day, I used to study for 1 hour or go out for a movie or something.
From morning 10 to evening 6, I used to study. So, whatever the notes which are given by them, I used to study. Whenever I felt sleepy or drowsy, I used to, what happens, do some MCQs. Used to do some MCQs in between and review those things so that time got by like that. That's all.
Start with 2 to 3 hours a day and slowly increase to 10 to 11 hours finally in the last 1 month. It will be help you a lot.
Okay, they said how many hours they study, right? So any answers from you guys? Now, how many hours are you studying?
Are you studying? We should start with that. If we are studying, how many hours?
Any answers?
It's okay, be like Virat Kohli. When he's chasing, he knows how to bring up the game. I think he followed the same strategy.
How many hours?
2 hours.
2. Good.
I have to start.
He has to start now. Like,
Good.
topper.
There is time, but now it is time to start. And also, Chandana asked them how many hours they are sleeping in an 8-hour class.
So, who is the one who sleeps the most in the classes? Anyone else? Sai Kumar. You are the Sai Kumar. Okay. Next question.
Chandana, I think you should focus this area.
Okay. So, how many hours you guys study per day?
5.2 hours. During classes, 1 hour. When there are no classes, 4 hours.
Great. On class days, 2 hours. On free days, 8 to 10 hours. We have a topper making.
This is perfect actually. You can continue. This is perfect.
How many hours do you study in a day?
4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours every day.
Not every day, mostly on holidays.
Okay, thank you.
See, it's like cricketing analogy. I love cricket, so I always give those examples. You are playing against Indian team, and Jasprit Bumrah is bowling, and Siraj Ahmed is bowling. So obviously, you will try to save your wicket, and whenever possible, try to sneak a few runs, because we know that Shardul Thakur will also come. And Shardul Thakur, we have called him Lord, but he's not of the same level. So there will be tough days. those tough days, just try to sneak maybe 5, 10 MCQs, 2, 3 pages of your notes. That's it. You are traveling, you are sick, some family trouble. Just 2 MCQs, maybe have a look at what you read 2 weeks back. That's it. But when the easy day comes, when a free day comes, try to do 7 to 8 hours. 7 to 8 hours of consistent study on a free day is good enough. You don't need to read 12 hours, 14 hours. Nobody reads that. People who say I read 16 hours a day, they are just fooling you. They are all, making a fool out of you. Nobody does that. And you don't need to do that. And even if you do that and you end up with rank 2, that is bad. You should get rank 1 if you are reading 16 hours in a day. There is no point getting rank 2 after reading 16 hours. So be smart, be consistent. That is the most important thing.
Okay. Next question. What is your favorite subject and faculty?
Dr. Priyanjan sir, he will come after Diwali maybe. I don't know.
Waiting for
Among the subjects done.
Khalil sir is
Khalil sir is here. I'm here now. Yes, I mentioned.
Khalil sir.
Okay, great.
Rajiv sir, ENT.
Sonu Panwar sir, microbiology. Jayprakash sir, forensic medicine.
Anil sir and Sandeep sir.
Did you attend my class yet? Because I took the opening class, very few students were there. Then I am supposed to come in December. So I'm hoping that you attended the class. Rohit sir.
Rohit sir, orthopedics.
Okay.
Rajmahendran sir, surgery.
Okay.
This part left behind. They are.
They are like more of us last benchers, though they are in the front.
Pediatrics, Sandeep sir.
Okay, thank you.
Every faculty has their something unique in them. I love every subject. I love every faculty.
That's how diplomatic you have to answer when the faculty.
No, she's on an ideal path. She's reading 8 hours in a day. She loves all faculty members. Absolute right track, like the perfect preparation.
Somewhere in the top rankers.
Yes, definitely. I may not remember your face, your name, but I will remember your face.
The next achiever in the making.
Yes.
Your name? Saujanya. Dr. Saujanya.
Yeah, I feel like we are all learning from the best of faculties coming to all the subjects. When you take FMT JP sir, he has a completely different vibe which will keep you hooked. And when you take OBG Gayatri ma'am, she's very soft, lovely spoken, and even we remember everything from everyone. It's like I cannot choose one, but I can say that we're learning from the best.
So, entertainment purpose, I love Nadim sir. And obviously, the god of scalpel, Rajamahendran sir. I love him.
Because you said, I have a quick question. Because you said he's the god of scalpel, do you have any other title for any of our faculties? Yes. Like the OG ones? Anybody? On the mic, please.
Okay.
Who's that? Chandana.
MRI Maestro Kalin sir. MRI Maestro.
MRI Maestro.
MRI Maestro.
Khalil sir.
Okay, anyone else?
Let's see who gives the OG
We have
one.
19 faculties, guys.
Actually, I'm an apprentice student. For me, Khalil sir is the boss.
We have the boss on the floor.
I think I've always been anxious about the amount of material we're covering. So I was just wondering if after listening in the class and taking rigorous notes are enough to cover most of the questions in the main exam.
This question is for faculty or for the students? For both. Okay. I think that's a good one. Is it sufficient? Now, at this point of time, we need to understand that this is an exam going prep, right? So we cannot try to make it very voluminous, which is not revisable. Anything which is not very superficial also, anything which is not too vast also. And that is where the workbooks come into place. If you go with the regular workbooks, that will give you the necessary information of that subject. What if you try to study maybe anatomy, and if you try to open up any book or go into detailed lectures of that, it will take a lot of time.
Once you are in your exam going preparation mode, sticking to a revisable resource which is not superficial, not too deep, and that is where the workbook, the live sessions workbooks exactly fit into. I strongly suggest going with the workbook and then moving on to the QRP and CPR sessions as we go closer to the exam, and practicing more questions along with this thing. So don't increase the theory beyond the workbooks. The workbooks make the best of the theory. When you're doing your MCQs, whatever is there in the workbook, try not to miss those things at least. There'll be some factual questions that will come across, some data that comes across that don't, they don't really matter to the exam prep. And if the relevant 200 questions, if you see, they're only clinical nowadays. They are very, very precise. They are very, very, tested topics that are being coming. So trust the resources that you are going through and you should be fine. Practice questions that whatever workbook knowledge is there is not going wrong there. I think that should be, even in the recent exam, I think I have seen for radiology, and I think Sandeep sir should also be assured what we have been teaching, and more than you, the faculties will be more concerned that whatever we are teaching should not be, much more beyond the tested on the examination. But yes, the examiner tries to keep that balance of bringing in new aspects to the same topics. And with MCQ practice, that gets mastered.
I think it's something like this. You should eat what you can digest, and you should read what you can revise. Keeping this philosophy in mind, we create our workbooks. Our workbooks cover almost 80 to 90% of what is needed from exam perspective. You need to understand that 100% cannot be attained even if you read entire medicine. There will still be one question of medicine coming not from medicine, right? So my advice is attend the workbooks and revise them as if your life depends upon it. When you solve PYQs and a particular topic is getting asked again and again, you all have access to the recorded videos also, the version 5 video. No need to read the detailed video, only that particular part which you feel is being asked, but it is not there in the workbook. Just listen to it and add to your workbook. That's it. If you are able to do it, I think nothing beyond this is needed. So again, I repeat, eat what you can digest, read what you can revise. But if you eat too less, you will develop malnutrition. So eat sufficient, but only what you can digest. So moderation is the key. And revision, because eventually if you can't revise, if you can't see it 2 times, you will not be able to recall in the exam. So that is where the role of MCQs come into play. PYQs and your PYTs, they guide you that, okay, whatever we are, if you attend a class and you are able to solve in the first reading, say 60 to 70% of MCQs in the very first go, it is great going. It is great going. Build upon it, eventually it will reach 90 to 100% by the time you are sitting.
Can we keep the applause going without stopping, because next year we're gonna clap for all of you just like this. I call Dr. Sushmita and her parent too.
Keep it easy. Yeah.
That's actually the handful of gifts that we couldn't hold. Dr. Akhil Kumar.
In this book, no?
Dr. Hemnath Reddy. If you want somebody to clap for you the next year, now you know what you should be doing. Dr. G. Prasanna, you have your parents with you? Can we please call them? Please, ma'am. And we have Dr. Shavia here and her parents. Proud parents with Dr. Shavia. Thank you, everybody. How are we not supposed to felicitate both of you, build up pillars every time? I call upon Sandeep to please felicitate Dr. Khalil and Dr. Sandeep Sharma. all hear the loudest applauses.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would want you all to please stand together for a group picture. Now all of you say DTLC.
Look at all, look at all, smile. Smile.
One, two, three. బ్యాక్ బెంచర్స్ ఏం చెప్పట్లేదమ్మా గట్టిగా 1 2 3 1 2 3